All right, everyone. Welcome to the Victory Post podcast. And today we have a very special guest. She's an amazing friend of mine. Not just a good friend, not just a great friend, but amazing friend of mine. She's been on this podcast. I think this is her fourth time, right? I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah. And so we have a very great bond. And today she's gonna be talking about a journey through in becoming an IPE pro, which is through the NAMBF and becoming an IPE pro. It's gonna be amazing. So please hold on and wait for this because you don't want to miss it. So before we come to this, I want to talk a little bit about my bodybuilding show, and is coming on in November 11th, and this is gonna be an amazing show for everyone that's an amateur. So you all please take a look at this. Go to my website mbofitness.com and find more information. If you wanna contact me, just my contact number is right in there. So just email me or send me a text. Let's talk. Let's talk. So this is gonna be hosted in Tucson, Arizona. So again, it's gonna be in November. The weather is gonna be perfect. So this is gonna be a great opportunity for you to take a break. Come on a vacation. Enjoy Arizona. It's gonna be beautiful out here. So that's it. Let's get back to the podcast with my amazing and great friend Abby.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm here.
let's get this ball rolling. You know,
All right.
every time you come on this podcast, I get very excited. So yeah,
You got
yeah,
prompts.
yeah. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. So so yeah, let's get it going. So Abby, I know you've been on this podcast for four times now, and but for our newer audience that don't know you, can you please take a minute to introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you so much for
Yeah.
bringing me back on your podcast. My name is Abby. I'm a fitness professional. I'm also a mom to two wonderful young men. I'm a pro athlete with the NAMBF Federation.
Okay, so there you have it. Very short, very simple, and very sweet. You know. So, um, so yeah, let's continue. So, Abby, how many bodybuilding shows have you participated in?
Okay. I have done five bodybuilding
Okay,
shows. hmm I did three in 2021 and two in 2022.
and two in 2022.
Yeah.
Were the two in 2022 or your recent ones were they in the pro division or what?
Yes. So, okay. So I think we're just going to jump right into my pro card. Um, I got my pro card right on my first show. That was in 2021
Okay.
June. So the rest four shows was pretty much as a pro.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. So, I know you have two amazing kids, and sometimes it's very difficult to combine both bodybuilding and family life, right? So, can you tell me a little bit about how is your family life in season?
That's a great question. I think the first year it was kind of tough because I had to explain in details over and over again to my family what was going to happen. Some people tried to understand what was going to happen, but they really did not get the good picture till they actually saw me on stage.
Okay.
So it was a lot of trying to get them on board with me. For me, I didn't even know how how the journey was going to be. It was just what I was told, and I'm like, hey, I'm doing this. So sometimes I go out to functions. It started becoming like, you don't eat this anymore, you don't eat that anymore. At first, so after all my shows, like now, they are like okay with it. They know I got to prep. They know I'm always trying to be on a meal plan. They know I'm working out. So it's been better.
It's been better. Nice, nice. And I know that. I used to, at the end, I used to tell you people to give like 3 tips and advice, right? But I want to change. I wanna change it in only this podcast, right? I want to ask you, because of course there are a lot of people going through this. Their family that didn't support them, and then boom, they just quit. They just give up, right? So with this in mind, can you tell me or just give us a general tip or advice on how to overcome such things when they encounter it?
Okay, general tip when dealing with competing and family and friends. Start out by understanding the journey itself, understand that it will take a lot from you.
Okay.
So once you get that basic understanding of the journey you're about to get into, you can now communicate that to your friends and family.
Okay.
Now they're going to be asking you a lot of questions. If you're a first time competitor, it's going to be, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But try to explain to them. And as you go on with your prep, it's always good to communicate at every stage of your prep. Communicate how you're feeling, communicate what you're going to do next so that they go along with you.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with my teen son when we were like talking about this podcast. Here I was like, you know what? You have the same experience as I have competing, other than you're not on stage because they went with me every step of the way, and
Yep.
I carried them along, communicating what was going to happen until they real saw the big picture.
Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. So for everyone watching who needs advice on this, I hope this one really helps you out. Okay. Um. So in the same lines, how does training in season affects your relationship?
Okay, that's a great question. Um, I walk out very early in the morning. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm that 4 a.m. person. Um, and at some point, I had to do cardio at 3 a.m. So it's pretty much say, hey, I'm gonna start doing this now. So they know, okay, if you wake up in the morning, I'm not in my room at this time, mom is walking out, or auntie is walking out, or sister is walking out,
Hmm.
they know. At this point, they know my schedule. They know first thing in the morning, I'm walking out. Then the rest of the day, I'm at work. And then um, they will communicate it to me. Are you going to be available on time for this? And I'll say, let me see what I can do. So it's pretty much just taking them along with you every step of the way as you train.
Okay. Nice. And that will surely help them understand you better. So that's
Yes.
good. That's good. So continuing. How has becoming a bodybuilder affected your self image and um, affected your self image? I know that one is very big in bodybuilding. So
Oh my God. Oh my God. So I wanna look on both sides
okay,
because at some point I was a size 16. So you know your body. At some point you are at this size. That image sticks in your brain. Okay. And then um my body started changing and I shrunk. Okay. And now I'm seeing muscles definition. You know what I mean? So it's a process. I tell some of my friends who are also doing bodybuilding, take pictures of the process and keep looking and compare those pictures to what you used to be in the past. That will boost more confidence because I hear some ladies tell me I still have that picture of when I was that size in my brain, even though in front of me in the mirror I'm seeing a different size. I said, take a lot of pictures and keep seeing it. Put them together and see what you were and what you are now. With time, you will learn to appreciate and accept that this is your new look. So for me, um, it was a little bit of a struggle when I was changing. It was a little bit of a struggle. Um, I am not the kind of person to expose my abs. So getting on stage and showing my abs was like, okay, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
But I got past it. What else? My self-image. So mentally in my head, I know I'm a strong person. Within me, I know I'm a strong person. But then getting into bodybuilding and seeing my body change, to me, it just felt like what I'm seeing in the mirror now, what I see in the mirror matches up with what I have in my head as a picture of Abby. You know what I mean? My strength, Abby's strength. This is Abby's strength. So it has helped my self-image. My confidence is up, even though it was up, but it was is now
it's
like
not
I'm
way
like
up, huh?
walking around and just raising my shoulders like I'm posing everywhere. It's
Like
like,
you arc or something.
and you know what I mean? And then
Uh,
people reach out to you and say, do you lift weight? You know, you're like the okay. Everybody wants to get to understand what you're doing, and it's good. It has helped my self confidence. It has helped me visualize myself as a strong woman.
mhm.
It has helped me erase all those negative images I had of me when I was a little big.
Okay.
Okay, so it's pretty good.
Okay. Okay. This is amazing. Thanks for sharing that. It's not always easy for someone to share a story like that. So thank you for bringing that up.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah, yeah. It's true. Hopefully, everyone will learn from that. So to proceed, tell us a little bit about how your daily macro is set up during competition.
Ooh. Okay, competition, we know we're not eating a lot of food.
Yep.
So my macros is like between 1200 and 1300,
Okay.
and my protein is pretty much staying the same, about I think 35%. And then I cycle my carbs and my healthy fats. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how it is. So it's like the same meals over and over again. Sometimes I noticed that switching up my protein at a particular time also helps too. So my macros is just pretty much 12 to 1300, and we're just alternating cycling carbs and fats
Okay.
depending on um what how the body looks like.
All right. So you just talked about healthy fats. Can you list some of the healthy fats that you taken?
My favorite is always almond butter, peanut butter, almond nuts, olive oil.
Okay.
What else do I like? I think that's for me.
That's
Avocado,
for
I'm
you.
not a huge
You're not a
fan.
huge fan.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites though, but yeah.
No way. Oh.
Yeah. I eat right now I eat avocados every single day, you know?
That's peanut butter, almonds, and almond butter for me.
Oh,
Not
okay.
avocado.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. All right, all right, that's good. So before we move on to the part B, where we'll be talking more about NEMBF and your journey in becoming IPE Pro, this last question is, who is your favorite bodybuilder?
Ah, I mean, I think watching Arnold Schwarzenegger the whole time is my favorite. Anytime, any day, I'm always very excited to watch his old movies, Terminator.
Yep,
Um, this other movie, is it Iron? I mean, oh yeah, watching all those movies, I know, just inspired
inspires you a
me.
lot. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
He's surely a legend. So
Yeah.
it's very good to look up to him for sure. Yep, yep. All right. So now NEMBF, NANBF. All
Right.
right. Are you ready to talk about that?
Yeah. What are we gonna talk about?
All right. All right. So how did you hear about the NEMBF?
Um, my coach is actually one of the organizers.
Okay.
So it was pretty like, oh, I need a natural bodybuilding show. Oh, I'm organizing one. What organization? In the MBF. Okay. I got into it, and then I started realizing that the people there are great people. They're just not just a federation when it comes to they build personal relationship with the athletes. The very fair in their judgment when they send back your feedback, they're fair with your feedback. It's a great organization and great people.
Okay. Is that why you stick to any NBF?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep,
All right.
yep.
All right. So good. So yeah, NEMBF is amazing organization, and I know there is so much natural organizations out there, but with me and you, we've been around an amazing culture, and
Yeah,
we love the NEMBF culture. So and
yes,
that's why we always stick to it. So
yes.
so the next question is how did earning your IPE Pro card meant to you?
Oh my God.
What
Okay.
did that mean to you?
This is me, my first time doing a bodybuilding show, my first show, and boom, I got my pro card. What are
Oh.
we talking about here? Oh my God. It was like, it was like, wait, am I dreaming? Because when I was talking to the other athletes, some people like, I'm still trying to get my pro card. I'm still trying to do this. I'm still trying to do that. I'm like, uh-oh. Some people like, it takes me 5 years. It takes me 4 years. I'm like, uh-oh. So then I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So my first time getting on the stage, and I was like, did I hear it right? They said you got your pro card. At first, I was like, I don't even understand. I actually got two that day.
Yeah, yeah.
I got two. I,
You got two in physique and what? And bodybuilding?
I think it was a bodybuilding too.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Wow. And then everyone complaining about, man, it's been this is my fifth try, this is my sixth try, and then you just came with your African genetics and blew everyone out, huh?
Well, it meant a lot to me. One, when I set my mind to pursue my
Yep.
goal and I give it all my best, I will definitely reap the rewards. And it's a honor to get my pro card, my first show. First show. I just got on stage and I got it. So it was a great honor. I was like, this is amazing. I'm so happy that I'm a pro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. And with the NEMBF Federation is very very respectable. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
So when you get your pro card in NEMBF, man, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. And and
Right.
and of course, with our organization, you have to be five and above in order to get a pro card. I know some organizations, if even if you are two on stage, you still get your pro card whoever win, which isn't fair. So we
Mm-hmm.
make it very competitive. So
Yes,
that's one
yes,
thing. That's
yes,
one thing that I really like about any NBF too.
yes,
Yeah, we make it
yes.
very
I agree.
competitive. Yep,
I agree.
yep. So before you got your pro card, how long were you training for?
Um, I started training in October. October.
Okay,
So for my June show where I got my pro card, I started training in October.
okay, okay.
Um, so that was like over 6 months, or about 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. Which is is I bet it wasn't easy, but you still made it. 6 months is a lot, but you still made it. You know.
I mean, I like that I trained that long because it gave us time to slowly get down to where we were going to.
Yeah, and
So
critique whatever you need to improve on as time goes on. So that's
yes,
good. That's
yes,
good. That's
yes.
good.
I don't think I would have done well if my prep was just like 4 months or 12 weeks or 16 weeks. I don't think I would have done
Done
well
well.
because it was
Okay.
my first time. I needed to understand what was going on, and I needed to understand the changes in my body. And I did not want to feel that pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this show is going to be right around the corner.
Yeah.
So I think about that 6 months, 6, 7 months was good enough.
All right. All right. Sweet. Sweet. Thanks for sharing that. Um, so so I think someone did ask me this question, and I brought it up to you, so I have to read this. So, what are some experiences your body goes through or changes your body experiences during a very low body fat?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So, when my body fat really dropped, it was my first time, so I didn't know what was going on. I had all this stuff going on in my body, and someone talked to me about taking a DEXA scan. So I found this place, went over there, and I got on the scan, and the guy said your body fat is 7.5%. He's like, how old are you again? I said, I've not seen any athlete this low. So he got my attention because he showed me a chart of women my age who are athletes and where their body fat is supposed to be. And this is me, like he said something about 14%, and we were talking about 7.5. So then he said, you need to work with your doctor on this. So
Okay.
that really got my attention. So during the process of me having that super low body fat, I was always hungry and tired because obviously my activities increased and I was cutting calories even lower. So I was always hungry and super tired. Um, I noticed my eating was like sometimes it will be good and then I have super bad cravings and I just want to just grab all the salt and sugar together. Like I was just having serious cravings. Um, what else? I was kind of always agitated, and I'm my mood. So that made me realize that my hormones were kind of out of place. Thankfully, I talked to my doctor about it, and they did a blood work to look at my hormones and what's going on. So they advised me on some supplements to increase and how to handle it. So my hormones were completely out of place, and we know that is it testosterone and estrogen? They're linked with depression.
Yeah.
So when they're suppressed, obviously you'll be feeling your moods are just really bad. You're agitated, you're hungry, you just want to snap at everybody. I was always sore. My recovery was slow. I was always sore. And I'm like, at some point, I told my coach, I am still sore. Why am I still sore? He said, well, because your body fat is so low. And the other one that I felt too, I was always cold. I will always layer up. In the summertime, I was wearing a hoodie. It was always cold because hey, the fat that acts as an insulator is out.
Yep.
So it was super cold. And then when I asked about it, they said, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to be cold." How come nobody's telling me this? Why am I figuring it out myself? You know what I mean? And then my training intensity dropped because my energy also dropped.
Yeah.
Um, um, my performance dropped. I was so pissed because some days I knew how much weight I could lift. And then I go train, I could barely lift the weight two sizes down. So it was like, what the heck is going on with me? Um, and then my sleep was just messed up. I wake up at 2 a.m. super hungry. I just was struggling with very low body.
Yeah.
I got to learn that. I got to. Can
No,
you hear
you.
me?
Yeah, you were breaking out a little bit.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Oh,
continue.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You broke. You break up again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Give me a second. Oh, I think my okay. Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Um, continue to talk.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all
Yes.
right. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was a lot that my body was going through,
okay.
and I'm so grateful that I had to work with my doctors to help me push through. They recommended supplements. They recommended some stuff that I do to help my body rest more. Drink this, take that. So that way, I was able to cope with surviving that very low body fat.
Okay, all right. So yeah, the reason why I asked this question was one of my friends, Alisa French.
Okay.
Yeah, Alisa French. She was gonna do a bodybuilding show, but unfortunately, it almost was messed up, and she wasn't able to continue. So, I hope anyone or even her going through this, they are watching and learning from this. So, thanks again for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to check your hormones. You got to check your estrogen, your thyroid. You got to check your testosterone. You got to run all those numbers and see, and
yeah,
check with your doctor and see if you can make it.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, even though we're trying to get on the stage and have fun, we don't want to end up with a long term side effect or long term illness in our body because we were trying to get on stage to have fun. You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep, yep.
It should be safe, and at the end of competing, we should get back to optimal health.
Yeah, of course, of course. So yeah, I hope people are learning from this, and of course, there's gonna be a podcast dedicated to this topic: hormonal
Oh
changes
yeah.
and female bodybuilding. Okay, there's gonna be a big topic on this one, so you guys have to stay tuned on that one. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, to end this, can you give the general population some advice, tips to stay healthy, to become a successful bodybuilding pro, natural bodybuilding pro?
Oh my God, I'm just a baby when it comes to natural bodybuilding pro. Okay, what I would say is before you decide to compete, do your research, talk to people who have competed, um, find a good coach who will explain what is going to happen as you prep. Um, find a coach who's going to be there to support you when your body is experiencing all those changes because prep is not easy. It is not easy. So don't just jump into prep. Make sure you do your research and understand what you're getting yourself into. Then my second tip is carry your friends and family along with you. Your little wins, your victories, carry them along with you. Even if it's you getting an extra time to go do some workout, let them know, oh, I'm prepping. And guess what? I was able to push through extra 30 minutes. Carry them so they will understand your journey. That that way at the end on stage, they will really understand what this means to you.
Okay,
The whole process. They will go along with you and they'll be there for you.
okay,
My third tip is it's really different when you're novice and you become a pro.
oh yeah, yep,
My third tip is just whatever happens to your body, just take it. Don't freak out. Understand that your body will change. And when you get off stage, your body is still going to change. If you saw a six pack and you no longer see six pack, don't let it mess up how you feel about yourself. Don't let it mess up how you see yourself. You are always an amazing person, with or without all those muscles sticking out before and after show.
yep,
So
Enjoy every step. Enjoy the off season and just relax. Don't freak out when you're like, I ate too much carbs. Or then you see that you went back to a size 8. Oh my God, I gained weight.
Yep, yep, yep. Body dysmorphia is very big in bodybuilding, and
Exactly.
you would have to make sure that you haven't going in that path. You know,
Yes,
just
yes,
just
because yes,
just make
because
sure that you appreciate every step of the way. You know, appreciate your growth. You know, every growth you make sure you appreciate it and move forward. You know, so
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So appreciate it. Whatever your body looks like before and after prep, appreciate it. Don't try to say I want to keep looking like I'm on stage every single
yep,
day after the show. It's not healthy at that point.
yeah.
So we got to be careful about that and make sure we watch for that.
Okay. All right. All right, Abby. Thanks very much for coming to my podcast again to share your life, your fitness life, and journey to becoming an IPE pro. And for everyone watching, I want to thank you all for taking your time to watch this. I hope you all learn a lot, and I'm gonna see you on the next podcast. So, again, if you have any questions, go to my website, DM me on Instagram, and I'm gonna get back to you all. So, thank you very much for watching, and Abby, thank you very much for coming again.
Thank you. And the technical issues. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It happens, so it's okay. All right.
All right. Good to see you.
Good to see you.